Demolisher TV with Sophia Melone.
Hello, everyone. I am Sophia Melonē, the Debt Demolisher, here to bring you the tools, tips, and tricks to help you manage your financial baggage the right way. I'm super excited to be before you guys for yet another live stream night here on the Debt Demolisher TV. I understand that we should have gone live quite a few hours ago, or minutes ago rather, but I have an interesting story that I want to share with some of you guys before we start our conversation as it relates to the tribute to Lisa Nichols as we cover the book Abundance Now. So as I'm jumping into the room, let me go ahead and handle my administrative things, pull up everything that I'm going to need. This is going to be a short and sweet segment tonight. I'm not going to keep y'all up all night tonight, but I would like to see who was in the building, who was in the room, so that way I can shout out my people. I hope that you guys had an opportunity to see the community post update that I dropped earlier, just sending the reminder that the session was supposed to start at 8 today. And then I had a little thing that happened to me today that pushed the time back, and I'm just getting home. So with that, let me see who's in the room. Let me drink my water. As Lisa Smile says, stay hydrated. I'm trying to stay hydrated so I can keep this hair healthy. Okay. All right, let's see who's in the room, who's in the building. Q Scott is in the building. Hey, Q Scott. Hey, Q Scott, let's go. So glad to see you in the building. Thank you so much. Lisa H is in the building saying hello, Lisa H. So good to see you. We also got Coach Root in the building. Hey, Coach Root, so good to see you. Hello. And she's saying, I love the hair. Thank you so much. I have a story to tell you guys about this whole situation at the salon. Hilarious. Also, Q Scott is saying hair is gorgeous. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it so much. Shout out to MJB Holistic Hair Care, my hairstylist, my one and only. Since 2016 is when I started going to Maisha. And Maisha has been handling my hair, has been taking care of my hair. And it's interesting because before she did it, I have on a shirt by her too, by the way. I'm getting ready to do some plug. So she has her own shirts, and MJB Holistic Hair Care is what it's called. And so the back has inches. So you guys can see the inches on the back. So when I go to her, I often try to wear this shirt just so that way we can see the growth in my hair, like how long it's grown. So let me tell y'all, when she blew me out, my hair was down here to 4.5 inches, I believe. It's right at my bra strap. 4.5 inches. That's how long my hair is now. So she was like, girl, your hair down to 4.5 inches. And she took some pictures. Let me see if I can show you guys real quick. And then I'm going to officially, formally start everything once I tell y'all the story, because this is hilarious. It's funny, but it's not funny. So let me show y'all. Okay. So this was I hope y'all can see it, but this was the picture that she took. Y'all probably can't see it because of the background, but y'all see it's down at the 4.5 inches. It's there, but y'all see it. So nonetheless, when I try to get my hair done, I try to remember to wear the shirt so that way she can be able to measure the length and stuff like that. And then of course I got it trimmed and all of that, but yes, indeed. So I got some hang time. My hair has been growing. Maisha has been taking care of me, definitely keeping my hair strong, healthy, and glowing. So shout out to MJB Holistic Hair Care. Y'all can follow her on Instagram. She's big on Instagram. She did a video of my revert game. So she got me in the bowl while my hair was straight. And then she took the video and all of that while she was wetting my hair, how it shrunk back up. But y'all, yeah, hang time. All right, but thank you so much. Acacia's in the building saying, greetings, DDTV family. Hey, Acacia, so good to see you. Welcome on into this room on this Thursday evening. Lisa H is saying, pretty, nice hair, dear. Thank y'all. Tracy Ann is in the building saying, hey, y'all. So good to see you, Tracy Ann. Hair is beautiful, Sophia. Maisha does nice work. Yes, she does. She's been taking care of me for a while, y'all. She's been taking care of me. She been taking care of this hair for me. Coach Arup got the hand raised. Sherry's in the building. Hey, Sherry, so good to see you. Saying hello, all your hair is pretty. Thank you so much. And Coach Arup says, I see, beautiful and healthy. Thank y'all so much. And your hair is draping. Thank y'all. Shout out to MJB Holistic Hair Care. So let me go ahead and tell the story real quick because this is funny. So, I timed everything perfectly because had not this incident happened, we would have been able to go live at 8 o'clock. But nonetheless, I had a full day today. As you guys know, this week has been absolutely insane. And I was rushing out the door so that way I can get to my appointment, but I had not eaten all day long because it's just been that crazy of a day. It's been that crazy of a day that I didn't even get to take a lunch break. I didn't even get time to fix breakfast. And I logged on at 7:30 in the morning. So I'm going through my day and I'm like, all right, dang, I didn't eat. I'm hungry. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to order some food. Y'all know we just came off of this fast, right? I said, I'm going to order some food so that way by the time I get to the salon, my food will be ready. Normally, every time I go to the spot, the food is good. I never have any issues, never have any problems. So I order the food. I call while I'm on my way there, order my food, place my order. I get there, I pick up my order, and then I go back to the salon. So I go in the salon. And my stylist, she washes me, she shampoos, let me correct my language. She shampoos my hair. She gave me the best scalp massage in the world. I tell you guys, I feel like she just released all of the stress and the tension that I was having throughout the whole day. She took her time. She just massaged my whole little scalp. I ain't even asked for it. That's normally what she do anyway, but she just massaged my scalp, my temples all around. She got all in there real good. I said, oh, thank you. I almost fell asleep in the bowl. So then I get up, she deep conditions me, she sits me under the dry. So while she's sitting me under the dry, I said, okay, great, now I can eat my food. So I grab my food and I sit down and I began to eat. I had a pizza and I had some barbecue chicken wings. And I'm eating the food and I'm eating the food. And I'm like, I started to feel my stomach started to feel a little bit funny. And I'm like, oh, I was like, oh, okay, maybe it'll be all right. Maybe it'll be all right. So I'm under the dryer, getting my little deep conditioning in. I'm under there for about 30, 45 minutes. And then she takes me out, wash me out, blow dry me out, all of that. She gets to the point where she's trimming me. So I'm getting my trim. I'm getting my ends clipped and everything. And she's at the back trimming. And I'm like, Maisha, I gotta go to, I'm like, Maisha, I gotta step out for a second. And she was like, okay. So y'all, I was in that restroom for a good 30, 35, 40 minutes. I tell y'all no lie. I said to myself, that's what I get for ordering that food out when I know I shouldn't have been ordering the food out. And I spent $45 today for a pizza and some wings. It's crazy. I spent $45 a day on a pizza and some wings. And I said, man, that's what I get. I said, that's my conviction. Now my stomach all jacked up. I took up 30 or 45 minutes that should have been towards me getting my hair done. So that's what threw it all off. I even cleaned the bathroom and everything for my stylist because I felt so bad. I said, oh, I'm so sorry. I had to clean the bathroom and everything. I feel so bad. But nonetheless, that's the reason why I was postponed. So I just had to share that because it was funny because I felt convicted around spending the money anyway on eating out. And then I started to feel the conviction around the things that I was telling myself, like taking better care of my health, taking better care of my vessel, taking better care of my body, taking better care of all of these things. And it's funny because when I finished the first time and I got up and then I felt like it was still feeling funny again. And then it reminded me of what Tony Gaskins would say, like he would say to himself, I'm healed. I'm healed. So I found myself telling myself my stomach is at ease. My stomach is at ease. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. So I just thought it was so hilarious. And y'all, I made it home and we all good. So I just had to share that. I had to share that. Tracy Ann says that never happens when God blesses you with Chef Joe's lunches. Come on, somebody. And you know, he dropped the menu. So I'm putting in my order in tonight. So, because he's doing lunch on the go for Saturday. Yes, for this Saturday pickup. So I'm going to put my order in tonight so I can get my good old crab rolls. Yeah, y'all. But I was hungry because I had not eaten all day. And I was like, I need something to eat. And I needed something that was close by that will fill me up. And I said, that's what I get. That's what I get. I was toe up from the flow up in there. And I came back out. My stylist was checking emails and doing all kinds of stuff. I was like, I'm so sorry. She was like, it's okay. I'm over here handling this stuff anyway. So I was like, oh my God. I felt so bad, but we just laughed about it. We laughed about it. But okay, so now that we got that under wraps, now I can officially start my Clubhouse audio, because I didn't want all of that to be on the audio, but that's just hilarious. I just had to share that with you guys. Okay, I'm gonna start the room, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and pin the link to the channel so that way the folks in Clubhouse can have it. All right. Hi, everyone. It's Sophia Melonē, the Debt Demolisher, here to bring you the tools, tips, and tricks to help you manage your financial baggage the right way. I want to thank you guys who are tuning in on Clubhouse. We are talking about the Abundance Now book by Lisa Nichols. We are continuing our tribute to her as we cover her book, Abundance Now. We are now on chapter 2 of the book, and we're covering pages 90/91 through 100. And we had a lot to read so far, and I thought that it was great. And our topic for today is all around becoming an abundant thinker. So if we paid attention to some of the things that Lisa was saying in the chapter readings that we had, or in the section readings that we had, she talked a lot about what the mindset of abundant thinker has. She talked a lot about what are the things that we probably need to consider when it comes to us growing and achieving an abundant mind. So when we look at our reading assignment, our section readings, and starting on page, where are we? 90. A personal skill set for today's abundant thinker. She talks about 6 areas, 6 or 7, maybe 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, 8 areas that abundant thinkers do. And she kind of outlined what are some of the things that came up for her. And she developed her own checklist as a result of that. And so she was talking about being creative. And we talked about this before, even in our prior discussions, whereby we were indicating how we need to be able and willing to see opportunities, as opposed to us thinking about the things that we don't want in our lives anymore. When we are going through a space of wanting to be abundant, when we're going through a space of wanting better for our lives, we have to remember that it's going to be okay for us to release those things that aren't necessarily serving us, or maybe keeping us in a space of where we are. So she talked also about being in alignment with your relationships. This one really hit home for me as well, because she was talking about if you are in alignment with not just your relationships with yourself, but your relationship with your money, which is something that we talk strongly about here on this channel. Also about your relationship with others and your relationship with your business. How are you thinking in each of these areas? Do you keep your commitments in all of these 4 areas? Do you complain? Do you say no for the same reasons for all 4 areas when you need to? Does your business, your link to your peers, or your own actions allow for time off? I was convicted. Let me tell y'all something real quick. Y'all know I've been having a busy 2 weeks with my 9 to 5. And a friend of mine from college had reached out to me and had mentioned something. I can't remember what he said, but I said, this is just a crazy week. I said, this is just a crazy week. And I said, I'm supposed to be off tomorrow, but I'm going to have to work for a couple of hours. And he was just like, when are you going to start living? Like, every time I talk to you, you're tied up in work, you're doing this, you're doing that. When are you going to start living? And I realized that I don't allow myself to have the time off that I need to. I really, really, really do prioritize my job. I prioritize my responsibility and my role. I prioritize a lot of those things, but I have not been prioritizing my off time, my play time, that time that I need to be off. So this is a challenge for me. And I understand that it's something that I'm working through. But if you are someone who may be feeling in that same boat, whereby you work a lot, you put a lot into maybe your job or even into your business, and you don't give your time, and you don't give yourself the necessary time off to rest, to live, to relax, I want to challenge you the same way I'm challenging myself to work on that and to work on giving yourself that space to just be off work. And sometimes I know what my job is very hard because I know what I signed up for. I know what I signed up for, and I just know the dynamics of the office that we're in. But it's just like, when are you really going to be able to have some time off and fully have that time off? Because it's been crazy this week. She also says, do you require your business to pay you a paycheck? So this is for those of us who may be full-time entrepreneurs or even part-time entrepreneurs. Your business is designed to support you. So I understand if you're new into business, if you're just getting started in things and you're just trying to get your business afloat, you're trying to get income in the door, it's going to be important for you to put you as an expense line item within your business expenses so that your operations can get accustomed to paying you, whatever that looks like. Do you see money as a tool or as an end goal? That was a good question. Do you have to work hard for your money and your relationship, or do they come effortlessly to you in the same way that other areas in your life are effortless? She says to be at the same place in these 4 areas means your life flows with harmony, grace, and ease. How many of us would like our life, like our whole life holistically, to flow with harmony, grace, and ease? I have a exciting moment to share with you guys as well today. I finally had the opportunity to see my mom, not physically, because she's still in the hospital, but I was able to virtually see her today. And it's been 3 months since I've been able to see her face. It's been 3 months since I've been able to see her. So I was really excited when the administrator on the hospital ward said, hey, I want to be able to schedule a virtual call so that way you can see your mom. I was like, thank you so much. I was so grateful for that. I was just so excited to see my mom and to talk to her, even though I talk to her almost every day because she calls me, but it's different being able to see her and to hear her words and to see her face and to see her smile. And for her to say that she was happy to see me, and I was just really, really, really excited today. So that made my day, even though I only had like maybe 30 minutes to talk to her, but it was still really good to be able to see her. And one of the things that the admin said was that they were going to try to schedule more recurring video calls for me to be able to see her. So I was excited about that. So super excited about that, y'all. Shout out to my mama. Shout out to my mama. Okay, so she says, be willing to go beyond the average. And I'm reading again from page 91 in Lisa Nichols' book, Abundance Now. Abundant thinkers stop when the job is done. Abundant thinkers are focused on what it will take to achieve the outcome they want, regardless of what's required. Abundant thinkers do things that are uncomfortable, learning new skills, calling powerful people, asking for help, making mistakes. Come on, making mistakes. I can share this real quick. One of the things that I really do not like to do with anything that I do is make a mistake. And I know that no one is perfect. Mistakes are bound to happen across the board. But whenever I make a mistake, I own up to it, of course. And of course, I say, hey, I messed up. But I don't like the feeling of messing up. I don't like the feeling of a mistake. But reading this section inside of the book where it's like abundant thinkers make mistakes. But when they make mistakes, they go through the habit of making sure that it can be course corrected in the future and then looking at how can you learn from the mistake. So that is one of the things that I do aim to do. Like every time something happens, I may mess up, I may miss a step, I may mess up something, I may overlook something, because nobody is perfect. I always say to myself, okay, well, what is the thing that I can put in place that can check this for me in case I forget? What is something that I can put in place to prevent it from happening going forward? So granted, when you make mistakes, that's how you can improve processes. So even you can take this perspective and look at it from your own personal lives, from your own personal goals, from your own personal achievements that you want to go after. If there is any process or anything that you do, whether it be in your finances, whether it be in your business, whether it be in your family relationships, whether it be in your health goals, whether it be in your spiritual goals, whatever that is, if you mess up in that, understand that you can take it as a method to, or take it as a moment to create a process for improvement. How can you improve it? How can you improve it to course correct in the future? All right. On page 92, she talks about being focused on raising the top line. And I really want us to talk about this for a second. Because yes, on this channel, I often encourage you all to look at things from both perspectives. Cut your expenses, increase your income, because that's the only two possible ways that you can get out of any financial situation that you're in. So if you're in a financial situation that you don't want to be in, the only way to get out of it is to cut expenses and increase your income. But looking at what Lisa Nichols has in the book related to focusing on raising the top line as opposed to preserving the bottom line, when we look at it, we can look at it from our budget perspectives. You guys know that you have the My Budget Outline tools. You may have your own budgeting tool that you use. You may have the budget sheets that we were able to get from Michelle Singletary's 21-day financial fast. Even with that, there is an income section, which is the top line. And then there are the expense sections, which are the bottom lines. So when we are looking at our approach to see how we can find the money, to see how we can free up the money, one of the steps that I share in that system is cutting your expenses, because that's the C in the CAP method that I shared with you all. So if you cut your expenses, then of course you're finding ways to see how you can free up the money. Find ways where you could repurpose where you're spending current monies in different areas that could actually work for your betterment. But yes, we will focus on that. But what is important to really focus on is increasing and raising the upper portion, which is the income. And this is where our creativity is really going to come into play. Granted, we may have skill sets that we may leverage every day to earn our income, to grow our resources, to earn a paycheck, whatever that may be. But there are other methods, multiple sources, and multiple ways that we can generate and that we can earn and that we can create income. So what was profound in this section too is that Lisa Nichols talked about how, yes, she looks at her expenses, but she only spends about an hour with her CFO going over the expenses. But instead of that 1 hour, she spends 32 hours or 30 hours or more working on focusing with her team on how to create bigger revenues. And this ties back to Think and Grow Rich, which we've talked about. This ties back to even some of the things that were mentioned inside of this book around us being thinkers and realizing that income is created. Income is created. So it's based on our ideas. So what are you thinking about and what are you acting on that can bring forth the income that you need? So remember, I was telling you guys, I can earn income like it's nobody's business. But when it comes to creating it, that's where I really want to stretch myself. I want to stretch myself outside of the things that I already know, outside of the things that I'm comfortable with. I want to stretch further to see how can I create my financial abundance even further? How can I create it outside of the income sources that I'm already getting? So I want to challenge us to look at raising our top line, to look at increasing our top line, and not being afraid to tap into that space to see how we can create income. I was listening to Lisa Smiles as I got in the car. I was driving home. And of course, y'all, I was on the highway, so I couldn't like look at the phone, but I was listening. So of course, Lisa Smiles ended her live stream. And when Lisa Smiles ended her live stream, my phone automatically will play my Apple Music. So my Apple Music songs, I don't have that many like songs that I have. It's just a couple of albums. But when Lisa Smiles live stream ended and my Apple Music started to play, Tony Gaskin's Greatness album began to play. And I was listening to the words of War Against Self. Oh my gosh, if you guys have not heard War Against Self, I'm not sure if he has it available on YouTube, but definitely you can get it on. I got it from Apple, so iTunes or whatever. Purchase the album from there. But I was listening to the words War Against Self. And I want to challenge you guys to just listen to the words. Take a moment when you're in solace, when you can focus, when you don't have any distractions, to just take in the words, because there was so much truth in that. And I found myself thinking about some of the things that were covered within this chapter that we're going over, or within this section that we're going over. So if you have not listened to War Against Self, Tony Gaskins, I think it's his like a spoken word album. That track within the album is very good. So just listen to the words whenever you have a chance. But to piggyback on that, Lisa was saying that you get what you focus on. Lisa Nichols is saying that you get what you focus on. So where do we want to focus our energy? Do we want to focus our energy on just seeing how we can cut expenses? Or do we want to focus our energy on seeing, or focus more of our energy on seeing how we can create and generate the income sources that we so graciously not only just deserve, but are bound and available, that is available to us to receive. Lisa Nichols talks about fail forward. Abundant thinkers look for the lesson in any situation where they didn't get the outcome they wanted. Failing forward. That's a huge one. And I've heard a lot of people kind of speak towards failing forward. So it's a very common phrase. But if there is a situation where you didn't get the outcome you expected, think about the lesson that you can get out of that, which we kind of just talked about. The next thing is always make decisions in accordance with your highest value. When I read this section, the first thing, not even the section, just the first checkpoint, the first bolded line, I said integrity. My highest value is integrity. It's always been. It's always been. And I'm going to share something because I heard something today that made me feel like a little, I don't know if I like that, but I understand that a lot of people are doing it. And it made me feel some kind of way, especially me being a creative, me being just an artist, I guess I would call myself. Like, I'm not like a paint artist, but I'm extremely creative and I can really come up with stuff off the cuff. I can really come up with stuff quick. I can design out of nothing. I can write a rap out of nothing. I could, come up with a curriculum out of nothing. I can write a blog out of nothing. I can really write if I really want to, when I want to. And it reminded me of the reason why I took a lot of my stuff down. So I told you guys I had a lot of video before I went on my hiatus and I started to come back. Before I went on my hiatus, I took a lot of my stuff down. I took all of my videos down. I took everything off of Facebook. I took everything off of Instagram. I took my blogs down on both of my websites because what did I say? I was like, I don't want nobody stealing my intellectual property. But there was something that I heard today, like basically that there is automation software that you can literally just copy and paste somebody's words somebody's blog, somebody's curriculum, somebody's book, as long as you're able to copy and paste it, you can copy and paste it in a system and it will rephrase everything for you. And then they could use that and post it as their own material just because the language has been mixed up, or, you know, however you want to call it. And at first I was like, I said, wow, that's really creative. But then I thought about it like, oh, I would feel some kind of way if somebody took my hard written blog post that I would be writing and staying up until 2 o'clock in the morning to come up on my own, out of my own brain, to come up with, to post. And then somebody comes across my website, copy all of my stuff, put it in this little automation tool, and then change the language around and then post it as their own. I would be hot. I would be upset. Now, I would feel some type of way. Let me just say it like that. I would feel some type of way. But it reminded me of why I value integrity so much, because I wouldn't want anybody using, borrowing, mimicking, whatever you want to call it, my intellectual property that I know that I toiled to create. Like even with this book that I'm writing, this book I've been trying to write since 2018. So you mean to tell me if I write this book and it becomes a Kindle version or something and you're able to copy it, you're just going to copy all of my text and put it in this software and spit it out like your own? I don't think that's fair. I think that doesn't meet my level of integrity. Let me just say it like that. But I understand that that's what the name of the game is. A lot of people take people's stuff. They take people's stuff, and some people are bold and they just copy it verbatim. I remember in one of my coaching programs, a coaching program that I was in with Patrice Washington, she said the same thing. She said that somebody stole her entire copy, even had her daughter's name in it. Everything from cradle to grave, took the whole thing, create a whole page and made it like it was theirs. And so I want to share this too, because sometimes people will do so much in the name of money. People will do so much in the name of easy money. So we got to be careful when it comes to that greed aspect. That just because somebody's giving you a process or sharing something with you doesn't mean that you have to jump and do it just because it's going to give you or help you earn or get you money. However, it just has to align with your values and what you see as integrity. So that just made me feel a little bit of kind of way. I know I'm going into deep in that, but this goes back into always make decisions in accordance with your highest value. My highest value is integrity. Somebody else's highest value could just be going after the money. Somebody else's highest integrity could just be greed. I'm trying to get mine. I'm trying to take care of mine. If that's what you value, then hey, that's on you. But what are your highest values, and make sure that the decisions that you are making aligns with your highest value. Transparency, integrity, authenticity, truth. Those are my highest values. Honestly and truthfully, from the core course. All right. Lisa Nichols again just continues to talk about, she also talks about visualization and things of that nature, but I want to go over to live in your own lane and not someone else's. So it's interesting because this morning on the YouTube channel, I released a short video, the morning inspiration short, that talked about staying in your own lane. It was a image or video of me driving in a car, because sometimes I just take random clips. And this particular day, it was raining. And I took a video of me driving, in the rain pretty much. And I took a snippet of that, and it just reminded me of stay in your lane. And just, even if the days may seem challenging, even if you don't feel like tackling your day, just know that you have a chance to live today. You are living today. You are experiencing life. So stay focused, stay in your lane, keep going. But this goes back to page 96, where Lisa Nichols is talking about living your lane, not someone else's. She says a similar way to look at your life or your business is to view it as a super highway stretching across a dozen lanes or more. One lane might be marketing, another might be sales, while another might be accounting. You have a lane that no one else should be driving in, which frees you to speed along at 65 miles an hour. You get important work done with little distraction, and others experience the same freedom to produce and grow and expand because they too are safe in their own lane. So my question is, do you know what your own lane is? Do you know what your own lane is? What is your lane? And how are you allowing yourself to stay within it and operate in that? I know my own lane. My lane is my energetic spirit. My lane is my ability to break things down. My lane is also my ability to research, because I can tell you something, I can find an answer real quick. I'm going to want to get to the bottom of it, especially if I can't figure it out. I'm going to toil over it until I can get it figured out. So what is your lane? What is your lane? All right, let me see what's going on in the comments, and then we're going to go ahead and close out for the evening. We have, all right, we got, that was a highlight of the day, Mama T Fave time. Mama FaceTime, I guess seeing my mom via the virtual call. Yes, thank you guys. I'm so glad I got to see her. Thank you, Acacia. Thank you so much. Lisa smiles. Thank you, Coach Harut. Y'all are saying praise God. Happy you saw her. Q Scott giving me the prayer hands. Tracy Ann, that was the highlight of the day. Yes, it was. Thank you so much. Lisa H, your mom must have been just as happy to see you. She was. She was, y'all. And you know what she said to me? She said, I love you more than anything in this whole world, and I don't want anything to happen to you. I said, Mama, I love you too. I said, Mama, I love you so much. And guess what? I started singing to her. I'm just going to give y'all a sidebar. This is something that I always sing to my mom. So after I said that, I started singing a song. I said, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. And whenever I sing that to her, she just starts smiling and laughing. So she just starts smiling and laughing. She got really excited. So that made her smile. So that's always the highlight. She know that's my little thing that I sing to her all the time. But that's my baby. Y'all know I love my mama. I love my mama. No matter what she's going through, I love my baby. All right. Q Scott says mine does that as well for greatness. Yes. I thought it was something weird with my phone that it just happens to pop on. Yep. It automatically just plays. Track number 6. Amen. Q Scott says, oh no, not automated plagiarism. Yeah. Automated plagiarism. I feel some type of way. Crooks everywhere. That's what I said. We are in a season. Let me share this too before we close out. We are in a season of greed, and we are in a season of just taking people's stuff. Just taking people's stuff. I'm gonna call it what it is. Even I had this was maybe, I want to say maybe a year or so ago. I had a meeting with one of my retreat sisters. And when we met during this meeting, she just shared a random thing that somebody told her. And she was like, yeah, you know, you can find all this stuff. You can do this, you can do that. I said, what? I said, what? I was like, oh my gosh. I said, I would be pissed off if my stuff was on this website and y'all taking my stuff. Oh my goodness. I feel some kind of way. But yeah, it's out there. It really is out there. All right. Coach Root says, yes, they can. Yes, they do that. I can't stand it. Yep, they'll copy you all day, but they won't be able to copy your anointing. Amen. And that's one of the things that I learned too, that you got to release that, because nobody can do it like you. Yes, they may be able to copy. Yes, they may be able to do X, Y, and Z, but nobody can do it like you. Nobody can do it like you. And that was one of the things I had to come up with a song, because y'all know I rap. I said, can nobody do it like me? No. Can nobody do it like me? Oh, no. Can nobody do it like me? No. Can nobody? You know, because I'm anointed, because I got the God in me. Yes, come on. Don't play with me. Don't play with the Lord's anointing. All right. God sees all, and we know. So it will definitely not be blessed. Exactly. Q Scott. Awesome. So sweet. Hit the like button. Thank you so much, Acacia. I appreciate it. And then Lisa H is also giving us the hearts and the sunshines. All right, you guys. So that is going to be it for our discussion for tonight. For those of you who are just tuning in, just know that we are covering the Abundance Now book by Lisa Nichols, my mentor, and she's getting married tomorrow, you guys. So I'm super excited for Lisa Nichols. Our reading assignment for tomorrow, we're going to be finishing up reading page 101 all the way through page 110. So that'll take us to the ending of chapter 2. So I hope that you guys have your copies of the book. You've been able to catch up on your readings, but join me again tomorrow evening. We'll be back probably 7:30. It'll probably be 7:30 because I'm supposed to be done with this event by 7, but it may go over. So just in case we're still on at 7, I'll be going live tomorrow at 7:30. So I'll see you guys tomorrow at 7:30 on YouTube. We're live streaming as well as on Clubhouse. I forgot about Clubhouse. Thank you guys on Clubhouse for tuning in and for popping in. We're talking about Abundant Thinker, but we're wrapping up for tonight. So get your readings in. Look out for the community post on the community page at 9 a.m. tomorrow, and I'll see you guys then. So I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I want to remind you that your financial prosperity awaits you, and so does your financial sanity. Y'all already know what I'm going to tell you to do, and that is what? Get to work. All right. Bye. Oh, wait. Tracy Ann says, where is Lisa getting married? It's a destination wedding. So she's getting married in Bahamas. So Lisa's in the Bahamas now. So she's in the Bahamas, and her wedding is going to be in the Bahamas. Her wedding is going to be in the Bahamas. I'm so excited for her. So excited. All right. So I'll see you guys. Have a good one. And as always, stay tuned. Bye.
The Debt Demolisher TV with Sophia Melonē. The Debt